This is it. It's live, baby. The schedule has been released. We're going to go through it game by game. Bo and EJ, we're going to hear from Fran Duffy. What is the road ahead for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in 2026? We find out next. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PHLY schedule. The schedule release show, special, live from the Xfinity studio, presented by Ashley, Bo, and EJ. What a night, EJ. We can make fun of how much Roger Goodell likes to create extra content, but there is something romantic about the schedule release. Now we get to see exactly what the entire Eagles 2026 season is going to look like.
Absolutely. There's a lot of energy around this.
There's a reason they call it schedule.
Oh, it is schedule. All right. Yes. I love this time of the off season. Actually, I do, because it tells me what the season's going to look like for me. You know, I'm all about looking out for number one here. I know my wife is always very excited about this day. And one of my favorite things, which is what we're going to spend a lot of time talking about tonight, is like, did the Eagles win the schedule release? Who are the winners and losers from the schedule release? And we will get into it. So
let's get right to it. No more messing around. Let's get into it. We're going to go through this game by game.
Yeah.
We'll take you through game by game. We're going to bring on Fran Duffy in a little bit. At that point, maybe we'll do our predictions then, but let's sort of go through the arc of the schedule. And we know that the Eagles are starting off September 13th, Sunday, 4:25 at home against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Nick Sirianni, undefeated in season openers, 5-0. Having a division game to kick things off. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited to see Jalen Hurts against Jaden Daniels. We did not see it last year because Jaden Daniels was injured in both of those games. Because the NFL pushed those Commanders games to the end of the schedule last year, a little presumptuous on their part. So I'm excited for the quarterback matchup, and I think it's an important game that the Eagles get early, because I honestly think it is a very winnable game for them at the start of the season.
I would argue that you would be better off getting the Commanders like after the first 6 weeks of the season or so, because they've got two new coordinators, so there's a little bit of an unknown there. Who knows how long Jaden Daniels stays healthy? Like that is all part of it.
It cuts both
but
ways.
I don't think that this is a game that you need to be worried about.
Yeah, I wanted, if you were an Eagles fan, you would want the Eagles to get a couple easy games early, get settled, get the offense moving in the right direction. And I think, against that Washington defense, I know they made moves in the offseason, but I think that is a favorable outcome.
Do you hold anything on Nick being undefeated in season openers?
I put more stock into.
Is it just because the team itself has been so good?
I think I put more stock into the Nick's record after the bye week, but I think that there's something to that. The way that they approach training camp, the kind of slow ramp up that we see them do in the summer, there could be something
keeping
to that.
Guys healthy, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's week one. Week two. Another Sunday, 1:00. Road trip against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, this is
a game where we're expecting some fireworks between Sirianni and Dable.
Robert Saleh and Sirianni have a little history too. So there's some spicy coach matchups here. And again,
all the additions in the offseason there for the Titans. New coach Robert Saleh, Brian Dable coaching the offense. A bunch of ex-Giants they brought in for some reason. Carnell Tate, Jermaine Johnson, Alontae Taylor. They added a lot of talent to that team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that game is probably a little bit spicier early in the season than it might have been late in the season. So I think that's.
I tend to agree. If you're hoping, well, I guess that can also cut both ways. Maybe Cam Ward takes a leap in year two. Maybe it happens midway through the season. I think this was another favorable outcome for the Eagles. And listen, I'm not going to say that a ton today because I do think that there are some tough games and some tough stretches. But I think that the first two games, if you were hoping that they get that ball rolling again, Sean Mannion system, work out the kinks, I think the Titans were a favorable team for you to get early in the schedule.
Yeah, I don't think you're too worried about that defense.
Yeah.
Even if you are a Saleh fan, that's sort of going to take some time.
Yeah.
Right. What do you remember about the last Eagles-Titans matchup?
Ooh. I don't remember much. I don't think I covered the team.
You sure did.
What year was it?
That was 3 years ago. It was A.J. Brown going up against
his
team, scoring 3 touchdowns.
Who was the
and
guy?
Points.
Who was the guy that he just ran right through? Like he literally just.
Yeah, he absolutely dominated that game.
Who was that guy? Somebody in the chat will remind me who the cornerback was. It was a double move. He worked out and up and just knocked the guy over.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Farley. It was defensive pass interference, and AJ scored a touchdown.
The ultimate,
like the N1
insult.
The N1 in the NFL. Yeah.
All right, week 3, the Eagles go back on the road on Monday night against Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears,
and it's going to be warm enough for him to take his shirt off.
I mean, listen, this is aside from London because this is in September. This is now the best road trip opportunity for Eagles fans, I would say. You get a full weekend in Chicago, all day Monday, to get gassed up for that game. That should be a really interesting matchup. I think we're all very curious to see what the Bears look like in year 2 under Ben Johnson. Ton of departures from the defense this offseason, but they've also backfilled a little bit. And really the big question is does Caleb Williams take a leap in his second year with Ben Johnson and all of a sudden they look really dangerous. And frankly, a team that, when they played on Black Friday, just beat the Eagles up.
Yep, beat
on
the brakes on that defense.
So this will be kind of a, what do you want to put on tape in this game after what they put on tape last year?
So from a defensive perspective, I think there is going to be, they're going to watch that tape from last year and they're going to want to correct a lot of things and want to, like you said, put something better on tape. For me, offensively, I'm saying it now. I think this is an early measuring stick for the Eagles against the Bears. I think, this game, I don't want to make it about Caleb Williams and Jalen Hurts too much because Jalen's proven so much more in his career than Caleb Williams has at this point. But Caleb Williams is a quarterback who went through a similar transition into a scheme that asked him to do a lot of different things last year that Jalen Hurts is now going to have to go through this upcoming season with Sean Mannion. The under center stuff, being more meticulous about footwork, tying it into the progressions. Those are things Caleb Williams was open about having to develop under Ben Johnson last year. It's a success story. And I think the contrast of Jalen Hurts being in the early season process of trying to improve on those things, I do think it's going to be instructive to see how it looks for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense in this game. The Bears, like you said, their offseason's been kind of up and down. It doesn't feel like they've really closed the gap between themselves and the NFC's elite, but all it will take is a Caleb Williams leap for them to really be in the picture. Yep. So, I think that this is going to be an early measuring stick for the Eagles offense.
And that's the first of what turns out to be a tough back-to-back series of games because then you come around on a short week and you welcome in the LA Rams for 1 o'clock game. So you get a West Coast team coming east for 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Second year in a row, Eagles are playing the Rams early on a Sunday afternoon, which is a bit of a surprise. I think we sort of had this game maybe ticketed for prime time as a standalone game, but I'm sure this will be the national game at 1 o'clock. Jordan Davis, we know what he did last time in this matchup. I think this is your early measuring stick, and there's enough time for the offense to have sort of gotten the rust off. This will be a very interesting game.
Yeah, I agree. It depends on what happens before, in my opinion. If the Eagles are 2-1 or 3-0 going into that game, I think that's a totally acceptable loss against the Rams. I think that if they are struggling going into this game, this is the game I have circled for the first potential inflection point of the 2026 season. Not to be hyperbolic, but if you're
firing coaches after this game,
if it's rocky in the game and it does not go well, I'm not saying I'm firing coaches, but I think that this could be the first inflection point of the season because it is going to be a really tough game. The Eagles have had the Rams number, so it's hard to get too alarmist here.
Nick Sirianni undefeated against Sean McVay.
Yeah, and really, I mean, I know that's a Nick Sirianni stat, but that's a Vic Fangio stat as well.
Well, they beat him before.
Yeah, but I'm saying in recent years, as the Rams have kind of at least been.
I don't know. Last year's game was not a Fangio special.
I still give Fangio a lot of credit for what they've been able to do against the Rams in the last few years.
You give him credit, but I don't.
It's a Nick Sirianni.
That is not a Fangio stat.
It's you have to account for Fangio in the stat. I would say
there's one game that's on Fangio.
Sean Desai. No offense to Sean Desai. He's watching the show and he just caught a stray. If Sean Desai was the DC for the last 3 years, I think that they'd probably lose some of those games.
They'd probably lose one of them. Yeah. They probably wouldn't have been there in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And yes, I am the A.J. Brown pointing was a Steelers game, not the Titans game. But A.J. Brown did have a monster game.
That was the A.J. Brown beating the goalpost.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Week 5. We knew about this one. The trip across the pond to play the Jacksonville Jaguars on what will be a 9:30 a.m. kickoff in Philadelphia, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A Jaguars team that was very good last year, and boy, did they get better this offseason by doing nothing else but adding Nate Borkacher in the second round.
I mean, just give him the trophy now.
Yeah. Why even play the game, I'd say?
The Eagles just should
save the air miles.
Yeah.
Send in the forfeit to the league and move on.
Yeah. So I know we've been going rapid fire for the audience. We want to get through the schedule. We have to shout out the graphics. You and Lindsay, hat tip for the graphics. And speaking of hat tips, I was watching the Eagles social media.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we got to talk about this.
I was watching the Eagles social media announcement video, and Jalen Hurts
lengthy video.
Yes, it was a lengthy video. I got through most of it before the show.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts says the whole team needs to come off of the plane in England with berets on.
Yeah, does he? Do you think this is a situation where he thinks London is Paris, or do you think the confusion is what a beret is?
I don't think he thinks London is Paris. I think he probably attributes the beret, the
He's thinking,
Kangol.
I see London, I see France.
No, I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's a man of culture. I think we can give him that credit. I
see EJ's beret pants.
I think that he's thinking of like his Kangol, the beret that he wears.
Okay.
And we all know he loves the Kangol.
Yeah.
He loves the beret. I think he's attributing that to all of Europe, not just Paris. That's my generous reading on it.
I do not think that he is thinking of his thing as a beret, first of all.
Oh, I think he is, yeah. I do.
You think that's where he's going?
I think he is. I think he that
you think he's thinking of like one of the the little cup hat? Or is
this?
Well, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you think that he's thinking of like the little what's it called? The Bobby?
The derby? The derby hat?
No, like the police officer in London saying
he's not
or the
that's got
the
like
guardsman furry tall hat.
Well,
maybe that's what he's thinking about.
I don't think
they should all wear those coming off the plane.
Well, I think Dom DeSandro should wear one of those coming off the plane. Shout out Lindsay. She had Dom with the
yeah.
What are they called? I should know. I'm the London guy.
Yeah. Big London guy over here.
But yeah, she had Dom DeSandro wearing one of the fuzzy hats, and I thought that was very topical. So I think Dom might wear one of those. I think that Jalen and maybe like a few other players will wear berets off the plane based off of that video.
I think it'd be great if they just leaned into it based on this video alone and all dressed up like, French mimes and with berets and black and white striped shirts and thin painted mustaches.
It's like sending a message that they want to play in Paris next year.
Wearing baguettes, coming out, carrying baguettes coming off the plane.
Baguettes.
Maybe he's trying to specifically antagonize London.
I don't think
he wants us to feel like a road game. So he's
it's gonna feel like a road game, though. I mean,
I think that's overstated.
I think the Jaguars.
I think the Jaguars London fandom is over. The Eagles fans will absolutely not let that feel.
Oh, I don't think it's as much the feeling in the crowd. I think it's more the fact that the Jaguars have played. I think it's 14, 15 games in London. They
yeah, no, I understand.
They have that. They know how to do it. Yeah. Like the process, just like the Eagles deserve some credit for a lot of their traveling and the fact that they're undefeated in international games. The Jaguars just have a lot of experience doing it.
All right. Now, the Eagles, my understanding is the league sort of lets them decide whether they want to take the bye when you're playing an international game. If that is the case, the Eagles chose not to do that. And they will come back from London for a 1 o'clock game the next Sunday against the Carolina Panthers at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and this is a sneaky game because this is one of 4 games that the Eagles will play against teams coming off their bye week, and especially, just the gulf between having to travel back from London.
Yeah, that's true.
Compared to a team that's coming off of an early bye week. So yeah, this is going to be a sneaky potential trap game for the Eagles. I think that they have clear advantages on paper, even with Jalen Phillips and all the additions that you see there on defense for the Panthers, but just the circumstances of the schedule I could see this turning into a schedule loss for the Eagles because of what's going to happen the week before.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about that game if I'm an Eagles fan, but you're right that the circumstances are not ideal.
Makes it more interesting.
Particular matchup.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that last time they played?
Last time they played the Panthers, I was there. It's a shame I can remember more the meal I had before the game because it was like great oysters.
It was a home game.
No. Oh, so when did they wait? You need to stop testing my memory on this show. When did they play the Panthers at home?
2 years ago.
Oh, the Xavier Leggett. Yeah, okay.
Drop in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And this
when you tell me the season, it jogs my memory.
And this is AJ after the game says, the passing.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Okay. And I do remember the road game there. I enjoyed that trip. Had some great oysters. And of course, longtime followers will know, once got my foot run over by the Lyft driver at a Panthers game. Well, I mean, if it was a Waymo, would you have gotten your foot run over?
No, because I wouldn't have been there. After the Panthers, the Eagles then have a Monday nighter, so they get an extra day. Welcome in the Dallas Cowboys at home, 8:15, the first time going up against the other presumptive main competitor for the division in the NFC East. You got Vic Fangio going up against Christian Parker. You got the worst defense in football. Can they get better? And you break what is a 5-5 tie right now between the Cowboys and Nick Sirianni.
I am trying to find currently when the Cowboys bye week is, and I am failing. I think it's after. I don't want to say for sure, but I think it's after this game.
Can't you just click on their schedule page? Is it not updated?
It's like a slideshow. It's a photo gallery.
Even the schedule page?
The schedule page.
On the schedule tab.
Okay, thank you. I was looking at the slideshow and I was very frustrated.
Guy's first time covering the league.
It's my first time covering a schedule release. Where is their bye week? They have a week 14 bye.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, so I can say with conviction now, this is an advantage for the Eagles. Okay. Having the Cowboys week 7. This is a few weeks after they're going to be in Rio, playing in Brazil.
It's crazy for them to have a week 14 bye with a week 3 Rio game.
I cannot believe that. That's why I didn't believe when I was going through the slideshow. I was like, where is their bye week? A week 14 bye for the Cowboys, and they play the Eagles twice in that stretch. Yeah, that is an advantage for the Eagles. I saw it firsthand. The Eagles players, when they got back from that Brazil trip, they needed a reset. Like, it's a long trip. It was a great experience. It was a great opportunity for them to play there, as they would have told you. But physically, it took a toll on them. And I think mentally, it took a toll on them to start the season with that big, travel itinerary. There's a lot of rules when you go international. I think the Eagles getting the Cowboys in week 7 that quickly after, if you told me it was week 4 or week 5, I think it would have even been more so. But I still think they have an advantage in that game because of the fact that they probably still will be kind of, getting off of that post-Brazil hangover.
From one division primetime game to another in week 8, the Eagles go from the home game against the Cowboys to Washington, although actually Landover, Maryland for a Sunday nighter against the Commanders. So through 8 weeks, they will be done with their 2 games against the Commanders. How do you feel about that? It's going to be, at least you don't have to stay overnight there.
It's a little anticlimactic that you get some of these high stakes division games early in the season. I think it's better than playing the Commanders twice or playing the Giants twice in 2 weeks. Or no, it was the Commanders twice in 3 weeks there. But I think it's a little anticlimactic. The thing I also want to point out, Commanders also coming off a bye. The Eagles will be on a short week, and the Eagles will be traveling to the Commanders, who are coming off of a bye week. It's an advantage Commanders there. And again, week 8, higher likelihood you're playing Jaden Daniels instead of one of the Commanders' backups there.
And then the last game before the bye is a third division game in a row, Sunday at home, 1 o'clock on November 8th against the New York Giants, the first look at John Harbaugh's Giants.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you.
I think he would have preferred to play a game against the Giants in the first, 6 games of the season or whatever.
Yeah,
but you can't be a serious team and be worried about this game.
I'll be honest with you and say that I'm a little bit more worried about the Giants than consensus. Just a little bit. I'm not sitting here telling you I think they're going to win 12 games. I know you guys did the show about some of the additions that they've made and some of the Ohio State players that they added in the first round or in the first few rounds there. And for me, I think that they've had an un-Giantsy offseason in a way where if you told me that the Eagles split with them again, It wouldn't shock me. They've got a lot of talent on offense. I think that John Harbaugh will usher in a level of competence that we haven't really seen.
I think so.
So I think these games will be harder. I think in general the division will be harder for the Eagles this year compared to last year.
All right, well, let's keep that in mind because there is an interesting end-of-season twist with the division games, but we are through 9 games so far. Time to take our first break on the PHLY Eagles podcast. This is the Week 10 bye that we're giving you. Back, find out what happens in Week 11 on the other side. It's hard to see in the distance, especially 5 years away. So much can change, but you know what doesn't need to change? The price of your internet. That's right. Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee is what you need to lock it in. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense that lets you stream the game even when the whole family is online. All of your devices working in perfect harmony in concert for 5 whole years. Best part? No annual contracts. No hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. A lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, maybe owners change. Price of your internet doesn't have to. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Let's talk about our friends, the brothers. That's right, the real brothers, 3 of them at Elkins Chevrolet. Local guys, and right now, these guys are taking their chips and they are going all in. Check out their inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, the ones people actually want because they are priced to move fast. Silverado, Equinox, Trax, Traverse. If it's on your list, they've got it, and they're going fast. So if you've been waiting, you got to stop. You got to go in today because once they're gone for good. Whether it's getting to a game, getting to work, or getting out of town, you will be driving off in the right ride at a price that makes it easy. And here's the difference. No runaround, no back and forth, no games, just real brothers making real deals every single day. Elkins Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service. Route 73 South in Marlton. Tell them PHLY sent you. Back in the PHLY Eagles podcast, it's the schedule. And we are up to Week 11. Sunday, November 22nd. Coming off their bye, it's Mackay Lemongate against the Pittsburgh Steelers. 4:25, a home game against maybe Aaron Rodgers. Maybe not. Definitely Eli Heidenreich. Subtractions Mackay Lemon. Yes. There's a couple of Easter eggs in there for you. You got to pay attention to the graphics.
You do. I mean, but I enjoy that. Yeah.
Last time they met.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that game?
Is that the A.J. Brown pointing game?
No, that was 2022. This is the game after the Panthers game where the offense learns how to pass the game. And this is, I believe, Jalen. That's what you wanted to see, huh?
Yeah, so that's what y'all wanted to see, huh?
Wearing his raspberry beret.
He was wearing the beret, and he was wearing a chain that like sparked discourse for years.
He's just trying to aura frame your dad.
Aura frame.
Is that wrong?
It's funny you said aura frame because I have done in the aura frames ad read before. I've said aura farms.
Okay. Aura frame.
Yeah, I've said aura farms.
I didn't realize that I had said that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Shout out aura frames.
What's he? What he's hat mogging? What is it?
All right, let's move on. Week 12.
That's a good way to come off the bye. I think that's a nice.
Yeah, it's a fun game too.
Yeah.
See who's playing quarterback.
You go from that Sunday game to the Thanksgiving game, November 26th, 4:30 at the Cowboys. Been a while since the Eagles have played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I believe the last time they did was the 2015 season where Mark Sanchez was at quarterback. The most depressing Thanksgiving of my life when we had the heat lamp raw turkey, which I've told that story before at the Eagles. Anyway, this will be an interesting game. How do you feel? I know you hate Thanksgiving. Ethan, as someone who I'm assuming doesn't hate Thanksgiving, how do you feel about the Eagles having the 4:30 game on Thanksgiving? You hate
Ethan hates Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
Too. What a win for me.
I got a turkey mug, you guys.
No, you do not. I don't. No, you do not.
You hate the food, or you just hate family?
Okay. Yeah, the food is mid.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not a Thanksgiving.
Oh wow. Wow. I think you're gonna hold you to that.
I'm about to say you just said that on the record. Yeah. So yeah.
I think from a fan's perspective, if you have a holiday game, this is the game.
I think there is some nitpick from the fans though, and I understand it that 4:30 specifically isn't the best time. If you're gonna do it, the night game or the early game.
It's an away game too, so it's not like if you are someone who goes to the games, it's not like you're missing out on going to the game or having. I think this is a nice. You have your dinner early, and then you get ready to go.
Now I want to hear in the chat, and I want to hear from you. What time do you eat your Thanksgiving dinner? Like, is it going to interfere with the game?
Let us know. Well, and are you going to change it if it would interfere? Are you going to push that bad boy up? Yeah,
because my wife's family will eat Thanksgiving dinner at like 1 o'clock, and then my family eats Thanksgiving dinner at like 7:30, like 6:30. So we usually can make both dinners.
Yes.
But my wife's family, they're going to be sitting there watching the game. They'll be done dinner.
A lot of people watching the video. Jay Dorrance is right. Let's hit that like button, people.
Please.
Support the show. Yeah. By the way, we have a show 2 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday. Don't miss out. I'm going to tell you about some other stuff that's going on in a little bit, but hit the like button. Come on.
You can learn about all this lore.
Let us know about
turkeys.
Let us know about how you feel about a Thanksgiving game, because we're going to get to the other holiday game, which, if I see Roger Goodell,
it's on site.
It's on site. After the Thursday Thanksgiving game, Eagles get that little mini bye, and then it's a Sunday 4 o'clock game traveling to Arizona, the land of the erstwhile Sodfather, December 6th, going up against Isaac Seumalo and the Arizona Cardinals.
Seeing more Easter eggs here. Late season Arizona. A late season Arizona game, I think, is a little bit favorable.
I think this game is late enough that they've maybe are just beginning the full-on tank.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking more, not for the players weather-wise, but I was thinking more for the fans. I think fans will be happy to be able to go to Arizona in early December. It'd be a fun game. Do you think, let me give you, how many turkeys are you going to put on Tanner McKee playing in that game?
Oh, because the possibility that he gets traded to that game?
I
don't think the Cardinals are doing that. That's
okay.
I think Tanner McKee, if he gets traded, is going to a contender who loses their starter.
Okay. What if Aaron Rodgers?
The Cardinals are a team that is they're looking at the draft.
What if Aaron Rodgers steals that, like signs for a contender instead of the Steelers?
What contender is dealing with that circus?
Teams make weird decisions all the time.
Not a contender.
All right, we don't have to spend time on this.
Yeah. After the Cardinals, Eagles come back home for a 1 o'clock game, December 13th, against Shane Steichen and the Indianapolis Colts, the first head-to-head matchup between Steicho and Nick Sirianni.
Steicho. Do people call him Steicho?
They do now.
Okay. The sickos do.
And of course, the last time these two teams met, this is the tight victory. Sirianni yelling at everybody afterwards.
That's not what I remember from that game.
For what they did to Frank Reich.
All I'll ever remember from that game was Jalen Hurts scoring a rushing touchdown, getting into the end zone, and the Colts mascot doing the thing that the Colts mascot does. I'm not going to do it on the show. It's a family-friendly show, but
humping,
gyrating, and the Colts mascot did it in a way where it was obvious what he was getting across. He's like, "I don't appreciate you at all, sir," and Jalen did it back to him, and it was very funny. Yeah,
he hump-mogged him.
See, if you guys tune into the 2 o'clock show, you'll see all kinds of humor just like this. But yeah, I'll find the clip because it is one of my favorite memories from that season.
All right, now here is the little delicate dance of the schedule. Week 15, the Eagles go from having that Sunday game against the Colts to a Saturday home game against the defending Super Bowl champions, the Seattle Seahawks, for a 5 p.m. game on December 19th.
Yeah, I should have mentioned really quick, the Colts will also be coming off their bye week. So this Seahawks game, we talked about early season measuring sticks. This is a late season measuring stick. We'll see how the Seahawks are at this point in the season, but I think that this will have the NFC Conference Championship preview type of energy around it, I imagine. And for that reason, I think that this is going to be an important game for the Eagles down the stretch.
I think it's very good to get the Seahawks this late in the season.
You think that they're going to regress?
I think every Super Bowl defending champion has to deal with the slog of going through a full regular season. Sometimes those lulls hit in the middle of the season. I think usually those teams get up for the early part of the season.
I was going to say,
the way that this plays out,
late
we can talk big picture. This is the beginning of what looks like, on paper, a very difficult 3-game stretch.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance that this 3-game stretch turns out to be a little bit easier than it looks right now, because at least one of these teams who looks like a potential Super Bowl contender is not going to be that.
Yeah, I think there's some volatility in this stretch for sure. But I think that if I had to pick a team to be good in this 3-game stretch, I think it's going to be the Seahawks.
I think I probably agree with that. Now, Roger Goodell. What the hell is wrong with you? You're taking away Thanksgiving. Fine. Understood. Literally the only night of the year that I want to make sure the Eagles do not have a game is Christmas Eve. And you're doubling down and you're making the Eagles play the Houston Texans at home on the 24th at 8:15 p.m. on Thursday night. I mean, the degree to which I want to have a steel-toe boot and kick you in the nuts is palpable. So go to hell. But that is what the Eagles have. Week 16, the Saturday to Thursday, they're playing the Houston Texans on Christmas Eve.
Reed Blankenship revenge game? Possible?
Sure.
I'm going to give you the glass half full on the Christmas Eve game.
How do those of you who don't have to work, how do you feel about an Eagles game on Christmas Eve at home?
Well, let me give you the glass half full while we hear from the chat on how they feel about this game. Because I am curious to hear, like, from a viewer perspective, are you happy they're playing, or are you unhappy they're playing? The way I look at it, and the way I think some players and some coaches will look at it, you play on the Thursday, you probably unpack the film on Friday, and you probably aren't doing that from my perspective, I'm not. It's Christmas Day. You think the coaches will be in on Christmas Day?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But they'll get out early, and then you get Saturday and Sunday around Christmas time. You get that off. You have the mini bye during Christmas time. That's the glass half full standpoint I am choosing to
There's
take
some people in the comments who say it's good. It's good for them.
I mean, they're at home watching football. They're watching their team. They'll be happy. When I told my wife about this, I was worried because Christmas Eve church service is a big tradition.
The people love it.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Okay. Some people hate it.
Some people hate it. Yeah. But my wife was happy I'd be home that weekend and
very
home on
divisive.
Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. Wouldn't have been my first
What if
choice.
Santa is an Eagles fan?
He can watch the game.
He's got work to do.
He can listen to the game. He can listen to the PHLY Eagles podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Santa.
We know Santa's a sicko. Of course he is.
Santa is definitely a sicko. Week 17, Sunday Night Football. So you get the little, and it is interesting to get a mini bye that late in the season. And it's ahead of a trip to San Francisco for some playoff revenge, potentially a Sunday nighter against the 49ers, 8:20 p.m., the penultimate game of the regular season.
Yeah, I'm choosing to think that this is the game that looks daunting on paper. But, I mean, we've seen before that sometimes that those 49er teams can really break down by the end of the year. So, if they're healthy, it's going to be a really tough game, a tough road game. It's a long flight late in the year. I think that could, be a real factor for the Eagles down the stretch here. But in terms of like knowing who the 49ers are going to have for that game, I think there is a lot of volatility here.
Yeah, I think the benefit of having a late season mini bye is kind of countered by it's flying across country.
Yep.
In the second to last game of the season.
Exactly.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
Now, week 18 is the Giants. At the Giants. That's how the season ends. We don't know if it's a Saturday or Sunday yet. Big picture, though, very odd to me that 5 of the last 6 games for the Eagles are non-division games. That's very curious. I have not had a chance to look at all of the other schedules around the league to see if the league has devalued the idea of having division games late in the season. I don't think that is the case, generally speaking, but that's an oddity. And as I said, I do think that, like, it on paper, it looks like Seahawks, Texans, Niners, that 3-game stretch in the 3 of the last 4 games of the season is a tough way to end it. I think that will turn out to be not quite so daunting.
Yeah, I agree. I think what's also odd about the division games is that they only play 1 in the first 6 as well. Usually you'd expect you get 1 or 2 division games really early, primetime matchups that can be swing games ultimately, and how these teams fare in the division. The fact that they're kind of clustered into the middle of the schedule, honestly, you might get a more true to form reflection on, which team deserves to win the division as a result. All these teams will kind of be, in the rhythm of the season by the time they play each other. But
the rhythm of the season.
I do like it when we get those late season, division deciding games. The hat and t-shirt games, as I coined them as a reporter who likes to tell the story in the locker.
That you are the one who coined that. I'm
not saying I coined it. I like to say it. I like hat and t-shirt games. Yeah.
All right. So we are through the season. Let's take a break. On the other side, we're going to bring in Fran Duffy, get his thoughts on the schedule, and then we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to go game by game. We're going to give you wins and losses. That's why they call it the schedule. Introducing your new craving. That's right. Wawa is expanding its freshly produced food lineup with new seasoned beef tacos, available for just a limited time. And these tacos are built to deliver bold, craveable flavor in every single bite. We're talking warm flour tortillas filled with Wawa's savory, juicy, boldly seasoned beef, plus fresh toppings that can be customized your way. And you got options. There's beyond the seasoned beef, you've also got chicken steak or black beans. Add some shredded cheese, salsa roja, garlic aioli, barbecue ranch, buffalo, chipotle, whatever you want. And finish it off with some shredded lettuce, some salsa, some fire-roasted corn, onions, pickled jalapenos, whatever you want. Don't wait, though. This lineup is only here for a limited time while supplies last. So next time you're at Wawa, grab a taco.
Hey, Howie, how about, I don't know, firing your whole staff? I don't know.
I don't really have a good one here. This is a time of excitement with the Eagles. We got the schedule coming out. Time to be positive. Time to think about the future being bright and put those shades on, because the future is just that bright for the Eagles. Because with Shady Rays, you're getting the best sunglasses in the business and the best customer service. If you lose or break your shades, even on day 1, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now you can actually wear your sunglasses without fear. On hikes, at concerts, on the boat, in the draft room, wherever. Shady Rays is eyewear that somehow has your back. Feels physically impossible? That's the magic trick that Shady Rays plays. Go to shadyrays.com and use code PHLYSR for 50% off 2 pairs of polarized sunglasses. Back in the PHLY Eagles podcast, hit that like button as you are watching. And let me tell you, before we bring on Fran Duffy, that as your juices are flowing, thinking about what this Eagles season is going to look like, you want to know what the players are going to look like on the field. What kind of contributions are they going to get from Mekhi Lemon, Eli Stowers, Jonathan Grenard? How are they going to be used? Well, good news is, if you're a diehard, you can watch Fran break these players down Tuesday night here at the PHLY Eagles PHLY studios. It is a diehard-only event, Fran's draft film session. He's going to go through and show you film from every single player in the draft class, plus Jonathan Grenard. Plus, you're going to get to just see how handsome Fran is.
I mean, that's worth the price of admission alone.
And that's exactly right.
That handsome fella.
You can see how handsome he is right now, because we're going to the Xfinity Mobile call-in line and bringing in our great friend, Fran Duffy. He is glowing. Fran, how are you?
Doing great, guys. We got games to talk about. It feels like it's we're on the eve of September. Like you got the chill in the air. I'm feeling it. Feeling football season.
All right, well, Fran, you are the right person to talk about this with, because it's time for the right people. Presented by our friends at Trumark Credit Union. Your big takeaways, Fran, from seeing how this all is laid out. Does it move the needle one way or another, slightly better, slightly worse on how you feel about the Eagles' 2026 season?
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it purely from like the team standpoint, like the observer on the outside and looking at it, I wanted to see what this start would be. I've talked about this a couple times over the course of the offseason as we've seen this thing play out a little bit as you have a new coaching staff on the offensive side of the football, and they're trying to work out new things, and knowing that we know how stressful it can get in this town if things don't look a certain way and if the wins and losses don't fall the right direction. And so I wanted to see what would the schedule look like out of the gate for this team. And while it's not ideal, I think when you look at you have Washington week 1, Tennessee, Chicago on the road, and the Rams, it's like, all right, to me that could have been worse. It's not great, but it could have been worse. And so I do think that the way I'm looking at that opening slate. Like, all right, Thursday we'll go. You can go game by game. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but
We will do
to
that,
me,
yeah.
that was something where I wanted to look at first and see what that felt like.
I think that I slightly disagree about the importance of them getting off to a good start.
I don't know.
I think to me the.
I mean, I get it.
gets
There's going to be
ratcheted up.
noise.
I think
but
it
they
gets.
gotta deal with
I think
noise
this.
anyway.
Yeah, I think that things get ratcheted up if the offense doesn't look a certain way, even if it's not like perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. They don't need to be number 3 in EPA per play after the first month of the season. But if they're really struggling, and it's a lot of the things that we've talked about a lot over the last couple of years, I think.
Yeah, but I also
temperature will get
think it's
ratcheted up.
unrealistic to expect them to come out and be hitting on all cylinders with so many new moving parts.
Would you?
Well,
Have
that's
said
what I'm
the
saying.
same thing?
I don't expect it to be hitting on all cylinders, but
Okay.
it can't be like it can't be gross either. And so to me, that's why I was interested to see what the slate would look like.
We all know that Nick Sirianni's job came under intense scrutiny in 2024.
Yeah.
That was after 4 games.
And then what happened?
Yeah, but
They won the Super Bowl.
But I don't think well, the fact is that his job was still under scrutiny after 4 games. Like, you're saying that Jeffrey Lurie would say, okay, that 24 experience, even if it's really ugly in the first 4 weeks, we're just going to sit on our hands.
I mean, I don't think that he's going to fire the coach.
Nobody's saying he's going to fire the coach.
But that is what you guys.
I think we're saying that there's going to be intense
So how
scrutiny.
important is it if we have literally have an example of them not doing this, looking bad, and then settling down and turning around?
Well,
really
it's not
good?
so much about something.
I think if you care about the noise, it's important that they get off to a good start.
I think that the noise matters for this team. We've seen them go off the rails before. So I think it is.
I don't
important.
think that I'm not thinking like mid-season firing, but I'm thinking, we've made connections like looking at the state of this team right now going into the 2020 season and what that team felt like. And it's like, we're going to bring in new voices on offense and it's going to be a new look and a new feel. And it just never gelled. There was too many cooks in the kitchen. And that team started 0-2. Then they had the tie against the Bengals in week 3. And then they got their first win against San Francisco in week 4. So they're 1-2-1, and then they lose 2 straight. And so you're 1-4-1 to come out of the gate. And obviously things like torpedoed after that. And so that's why that's the way I'm looking at it is like, it's not necessarily, like Nick Sirianni could be fired by October, by Halloween. I'm looking at it as if things really get ratcheted up, will this team be able to pull themselves off the mat, or are things going to snowball? Right, that's what I'm worried about because we know how it'll get.
Yeah, I think
I
think that is fair, but I also think realistically, when you have a brand new offensive scheme, a brand new set of coaches, you are losing arguably your best player on offense, and you have like a completely new set of receivers other than DeVonta Smith and Dallas Goedert, but you don't know how these guys are going to be used. How much Jalen trusts them. That's a lot of moving parts to expect the offense to be anything close to what the final product is going to be. And so I am not going to remember this. I am not going to be patient on the show. I know that. I'm going to be a hypocrite here. But we do need to remember that Sean Mannion has never called plays before. He's never put a game plan together before. They deserve a little bit of grace.
Yes, I agree. We are. What's funny is that we are both saying the same thing. You're saying like I'm not going to remember this. I'm trying to get out ahead of it, and I'm saying like, yeah, no one is going to remember this, and no one is going to give them that grace when we get to October 17th and when we get to November 1st. Like that doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. We know this, right? And so that's what I'm saying is that the reality of the situation and the gravity of it. EJ brought up like, yeah, that's what it was like in the beginning of 2024. I'm saying the end of 2025. Like there was a lot of doubt and consternation about what was going to happen in that building and who was going to be safe and who wasn't going to be. If things don't go well this season, that's that. I think everything's on the table.
I think 2-2.
Oh, I agree.
Through the first 4 games is fine. It's totally fine.
Couldn't agree more.
So too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think 1-3, and we are having a different conversation.
Yeah.
Not a coach getting fired, not like a massive change, but the potential for a snowball.
But that's what I mean is that like I was most interested to see what that schedule looked like out of the game. To me, like this, it wasn't the best case scenario, but it's not a terrible. I think that this team can go 2-2.
Yeah.
Maybe you win one of the ones no one thinks you do, or maybe you lose one of the ones that everyone thinks. Come out of that 2-2, and I think everything's fine.
And I think big picture, we should just say that relative to the rest of the league, based on the Super Bowl odds, as the professor will tell us, the Eagles have a relatively easy schedule. It's something like 23rd in the league or something like that. I got to find out exactly where it ranks. But it's for a first place schedule, it's a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah, and I think the travel
AFC South, that helps.
I think the travel is also pretty favorable. I know that there have been some stats about like total miles traveled, but I think the London game does a lot of work there. They don't have daunting cross country trips back to back or anything like that. So I think it's reasonably. I've been more intimidated by schedules in the Eagles' past few seasons, I would say.
Yeah, a good super chat from Joe Rockhead, who makes a good point that the Eagles playing on Christmas Eve will absolutely invite Santa conversations. He says the start of the Christmas Eve game from the announcer will say, "Will Santa have snowballs thrown at him today?" Facts.
Sounds like
the Eagles should lean into that. They should do something. I mean, honestly, they should set up a Santa thing in the club, in the atrium thing, whatever it's called, where you come in, and they should have like a contest. Like everybody should get one throw of a snowball. Who can hit the target? Like they should really lean into it.
$50 a throw? You think $40 a throw?
Yeah, I mean, well, Eagles Autism Foundation. It all goes to EAF. Don't you worry. Yeah. $20 a throw. We'll put Santa in a Texans hat.
Right.
Okay. And you double your money if you hit him in the nuts. You triple your money if you get him right between the eyes. And I mean, we are printing money for EAF with this idea.
I like the idea just because at least then the tropes will be earned. I feel like Eagles fans didn't get their money's worth with this one.
Yeah. Or you do something the other way, where in the week leading up, there's a social video where it's like the Eagles doing something where the announcers are like, "Oh, here comes Santa for Christmas Eve." And instead, as he's doing that, the announcer gets hit between the eyes with a snowball, and it pans over, and it's Santa in an Eagles Santa hat.
I like that.
It's inspired. I like it.
I think these are pretty good.
I like the idea of Santa comes out with like one of the T-shirt cannons, is just firing snowballs into the crowd to Santa's revenge.
And then he does it to himself to.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Santa's revenge, so that's good. Yeah.
Santa's revenge. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
All right, let's close the book on The Right People, presented by our friends at TrueMark. Take our last break of the show, and on the other side, we are going through it. Wins and losses on the record. Bo, Fran, and EJ. What do we think their final record's going to be? Stay tuned. Sixers, done. Flyers, done. Phillies, heating up a little bit. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But they're heating up a little bit. And if you want to get in on the action with the Phillies on the field, get in on the action with Bet365, because they've got a bet $10, get $200 bonus bets deal going on. All new users have to do is sign up and make their first $10 bet And Bet365 will now award you $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. It is easier than starting a Go Birds chant on the SEPTA. So download the app and use code PHLY365. Bet365, where winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and older only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only. Bet365, baby. We want meat picks. Come on. Grow up, okay? That's between EJ and his buddy from Ace, okay? You know the story. His buddy Ed was so helpful that he and EJ struck up a friendship. They talk about barbecue. They became real pals. That's because you can rely on getting good service and great people with Ace. And that's where Ace Hardware Home Services come in, because those great people, those same great people you know from Ace, they can come to your home and help you out. From AC repairs to water heaters, plumbing, and electrical, their trusted local pros bring the same helpful service you know from Ace right to your home. Whether it's a quick fix or a bigger summer project, they've got the tools, the know-how, and the people to get it done right. Ace Hardware Home Services, bringing helpful to your home. Visit acehardwarehomeservices.com today to get started on your next project. Back in the PHLY Eagles podcast, Bo, EJ, Fran. Welcome back to the schedule, Fran.
We're happy to be here.
Yeah.
Shout out Ed.
Do we care about the fact that the Eagles have also announced their preseason schedule?
I mean, we can go through it if you want.
Saturday, August 15th, things kick off at Baltimore against the Ravens.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Okay, I like this. I like the nighttime, the weekend night preseason game.
I would prefer a Thursday night, but that's me.
No, I like the night. Eagles. Who is it? Who was that against?
Against the Ravens?
At Baltimore.
On the
At
road?
Baltimore, okay.
I'm going to get to that Shake Shack that I tried to visit when the stadium was closed, and it was obviously not available.
Following week at New England, they will, of course, have joint practices with the Patriots. Could be interesting for the reasons that we all know. That is also a Saturday night, 7 o'clock game. And then the preseason winds up 6 days later, home against the Cincinnati Bengals, another 8 o'clock game.
What's the date on that one?
The 28th.
August 28th.
2 days after my birthday.
Wow.
I'm excited about that.
Now, you want to talk about fireworks.
Oof.
What number will this be for you?
Totally
33?
32.
Wow.
Getting up there, guys. Getting up there.
Yeah.
Shut up.
TZ Trez with a very generous super chat. Thank you very much, TZ.
Thank you, TZ.
I always break the season into thirds, TZ says. First 6 weeks to find identity and work out kinks. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Second 6 weeks to establish consistency and hit a stride. Final 6 weeks, got to finish strong and playoff prep in spite of inevitable injuries.
I like that, especially that middle trio of games. Like being able to see if a team can maintain that consistency. I've never thought about it that way.
Can I tell you something? I love that.
Yeah, middle.
I
third.
love that from TZ Trez. I'm usually a quarters guy.
So am I. Yeah,
but I like those thirds.
I think the first quarter of the
I don't think
season
we do enough thirds. You got 3 periods in hockey, but otherwise, we're trying to get nice and even halves, quarters. I like a third.
Yeah, that's a thinking man's evaluation right there. I do think the first 4 games.
Unfortunately, there are
gotta
17 games,
okay,
not 18 games. But yes, I understand.
Thirds. We'll do the math later.
I guess the weeks. Yeah. I guess you count the bye in there. CDP also has a question. How many games will be against interim head coaches?
Ooh, that's a fun exercise.
Good question.
That's a good one.
All right, let's quickly go through it. I'm going to say, the problem is these are all, like, the worst teams are first-year head coaches.
Yeah.
There might not be a single one.
Going through it really quickly.
Because the Giants aren't firing Harbaugh. The Cardinals aren't firing LaFleur. The Steelers aren't firing Mike McCarthy.
Could the Colts be a sneaky one?
Colts are sneaky.
The only one.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Not saying I think it's going to happen, but Colts could be an interim.
Yeah. That's not the only one.
Cowboys week 12? That's hard to envision. If they had the Cowboys like week 17, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you could have Panthers week 6. There could be a scandal. And then Niners week 17, Shanahan gets bit by the security plant, the power plant bug. That's possible.
That was another observation I had from the Eagles social video. Was Jordan Davis calling San Francisco the Electric City, and then all his teammates being like, "No, don't say that. Why did you say that?" It was funny.
Rivera,
How about the
NFL
preseason?
What's that?
How about the preseason?
Yes, that is exactly right. Rivera, why does the NFL insist on giving the Eagles a Week 18 bye every year? Fair point.
Fair.
You know what, though? That is a sneaky win for the Eagles to have Week 18 against the Giants, a game where there's a chance you don't have to play your best players on that field.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Because, that is the one where every year you are crossing your fingers, hoping you get out of that one without a nasty injury.
Yeah, that's a great point.
All right, let's go through this bad boy. Week 1, Sunday, 4:25, home against the Commanders. Josh Harris wearing his sexiest outfit. I got the Eagles winning this game.
Speaking of Josh Harris, shout out to Kyle Neubeck. Ask some important questions at that.
I haven't had a chance to watch the presser yet.
Yeah, well,
good stuff.
You could skip toward the end.
Ooh, I'm excited.
PHLY was very well represented by
Good.
two.
I can count on
noobs
noobs to ask the tough ones.
And Derek Bodner. They both did an excellent job in that press conference. Just want to shout those guys out.
Tough though. The Sixers are going to be saved by the great man Bob Myers. Oh man, put your faith in that guy. He can do anything. Anything he puts his mind to. The great man Bob Myers.
All right. Week 1, you want my prediction?
Yes.
I got the Eagles winning.
Give me a score.
30-27.
Open with a 30.
30-27. I'm going the Eagles win this game 26-17.
Oh, I was right there.
You guys were stunned by 30, and then you went 26.
Okay.
All right.
23-16.
23-16. All right. There we go. Next up.
Are we holding ourselves to this? Like, can we count on Daniz to come back with this in a few months?
Yeah,
no,
let's say this
the
is
beauty
official.
of the beauty of the schedule night is that this does not last beyond tonight.
Thank you.
Week 2 at Tennessee, 1:00 against the Titans. You get to go first, Fran.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Eagles 31.
Wow.
Titans 16.
Okay.
I think it's a comfortable win.
Eagles 34, Titans 21, because the Titans score a garbage time touchdown that has Brian Daboll and Nick Sirianni yelling at each other from the opposite sidelines.
Eagles win this game 17-6.
Okay.
Defensive dominance. Salah's got a little bit cooked up, but Keldrick Falk makes his impact known. But the Titans offense just can't get anything going. Week 3, Monday night in Chicago against the Bears. EJ's turn to go first.
All right, I'm going to have 24, 17 Bears.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is going to be an early teeter from the Eagles offense against a Bears team I expect to be pretty good.
Okay. Fran.
I'm going to go Bears 21, Eagles 16.
Wow. Another loss. You guys, such negative people. Where's the faith? Where's the faith in Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts? Eagles are winning this game in Chicago. They're winning this game 27-20. Offensive line really takes it upon themselves to answer after the defensive line was blown up last year.
Okay, I like
Big
it.
running game for the Eagles.
Big running game. I like it.
3-0 for me. Week 4.
Got to do OT?
I'll tell you what happens in week 4 in overtime. If you're watching on Fast, check it out on allphly.com.
You know the pressure that I feel suggesting overtime. Like if I get that wrong, it's tough for me. I'll be driving home in silence, like, oh my god, I got overtime wrong tonight.
Did a good job.
Who are you talking to? If you're driving home by yourself.
Did you and then you texted me overtime?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure. You know, I tried to be
get
helpful.
through until too late.
Listen, I'm just trying to be a helpful co-host here.
Week 4, LA Rams home 1:00. Jordan Davis making it happen. I'm going to say that the Rams do win this game this time. Sean McVay finally gets one over Nick Sirianni. Rams win this game 31-30.
Oh, high scoring. Okay.
Yes.
Is it me or Fran?
You, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go Rams 21, Eagles 20. And I'm going to guess that this is a game where maybe the new look wide receiver core is just a little bit unsettled, maybe a little bit more scrutiny about what that group was going to look like.
Fran?
Rams 24, Eagles 23.
Wow, we all have it as a 1-point game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game.
All right. You head over to Jacksonville. And keep in mind, before we head to London, that we at PHLY have a fun new partnership with our friends at Philly Sports Trips. We are teaming up with Philly Sports Trips for the ultimate Eagles tailgate experience all season long. We're talking at Eagles home games. I know we're talking about London right now, but all-inclusive food, drinks, giveaways, appearances from PHLY talent, plus Eagles legends, and select tailgates will feature live PHLY Eagles podcasts from the lot. We'll be doing pregame shows there sometimes. Very cool. Tailgate details and ticket info coming soon at allphly.com. And, of course, check out Philly Sports Trips if you want to make a Philly sports trip to somewhere like foggy little London town.
Oh, you were taking advantage of overtime there for a second.
Yeah. I thought so.
Are you going to do your prediction in an Irish accent for this one?
Not in an Irish accent.
Debatable.
Go ahead.
Oh, you go.
Big right. London guy.
Fran, you make your London prediction.
No. No.
Go ahead.
It's not my turn to go first.
No one cares. We don't even know the rules of the game. Just go.
Yeah.
In Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Jalen Hurts dons his raspberry beret, puts on his finest French mime outfit, swings the baguette onto Liam Cohen's head, breaks it in half. The Eagles run rampant on the Jacksonville Jaguars and win the game 26-17. And the post-game press conference, Jalen gives a little bit of a ho 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 ho. How you like me now?
That is definitely an Irish accent, but it's fine.
That is not an Irish accent.
Weigh in the chat whether you think that's an Irish accent or not.
A moron.
Who's up next? Me or
you?
Should I try and do a British accent?
Sure.
I've got the Eagles getting a result here. I think Jalen Hurts is going to bring it home. I got the Eagles winning.
What's the score?
28-24.
I feel like it was better yesterday.
My British accent? I stuck with words I actually know how British people say. And I think that was good. I knew my limits.
I too think the Eagles win this game. I think the score will be Eagles 26, Jaguars 17.
Okay. Week 6. They come back. They play the Carolina Panthers at home, 1 o'clock. EJ thinks this is a schedule loss.
I don't actually.
Okay. Well, that's what you
No,
said
I
before.
think give me an Eagles win here. I'll say Eagles crack 30 for the first time.
You already have them having 30 in week 2.
Oh, that's right. The Tennessee Titans. That's right. All right. Give me Eagles. Eagles 30, Panthers 17.
Okay. EJ?
I actually do have the Eagles winning. I think that this is a sneaky game, but I went with the Eagles. I'll go 28-14.
Okay. I have the Eagles winning this game 19-2.
Write it down.
I felt like a shot across my bow.
Week 7 at the Cowboys. Monday Night Football. Not a place where the Eagles have had a lot of success.
No.
I will say that the Cowboys do win this game. Oh, boys, I love the Cowboys. Oh, my God. Cowboys win this game 28-20.
I'm going to go Eagles. I'm gonna use my logic on the Rio hangover. I'm gonna say Eagles win 24-23. Close game.
Okay.
This is after their trip to Rio.
Yeah, so they have the trip to Rio week 3. They play the Eagles here in week 7, and they don't have a bye week until like week 14.
Oh, that's a month removed. All right,
I think that there's just a chance that it kind of snowballs. I realize that
All
it's not like they're right off of the trip. I can appreciate
got
that.
I think it's Cowboys 27, Eagles 23.
Okay. Super chat from Devella, who says, how does Keely Ringo's biggest fan, EJ, not spot the Ringo Starr accent?
Oh,
Like
that was
Beatles.
generous of them for you.
No, you just have worse ears than a nose. Next up, week 8 against the Washington Commanders. For those of you new to the show, EJ does not have a sense of smell. Sunday night football at Washington against the Commanders. Fran's turn to go first.
I had them winning the week 1 battle. I think they win this one as well. They're not going to win two, or they're not going to lose 2 in a row in the division. Eagles win this one 28-21.
Okay. I'm gonna say the Commanders steal this one. Why not? Eagles going a bit of a city upset, 2-game losing streak in the division. Ooh, 2 losses in the division. That's not ideal. Commanders win this game 27-21.
I'm going to take the same scoreline but flip it. I'm giving it to the Eagles here. I
Okay.
think that they'll get this one.
All right. And
Last time they were
and
played,
then the
they
Eagles close
had a
out the
t-shirt, yeah.
pre-bye week 9 at the New York Giants, or versus home against the New York Giants, Sunday 1 o'clock. First time against John Harbaugh. I agree that this game will be maybe a little tougher than you would like, but the Eagles squeak this out and win 21-13.
Oh, Fran looks like he's got him loose in this game.
Go
It's
ahead,
your
Fran.
turn. If you haven't figured out the order, you go after Bo every time.
Even I don't know the order in this
I'm
one.
about to say I
Go
have
ahead,
no
EJ.
idea what the order is. I got the Eagles winning this one mostly because it's a home game. I do think they could split against the Giants. Maybe that's foreshadowing for later in my predictions. I'll go 27-20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fran?
I think the Giants give them a little bit of a scare, but the Eagles come away with a win. 26-24 Eagles.
Ooh, okay. So at the bye, I have the Eagles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 3. Fran has them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and 3. EJ has them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2. All right, there you go. Week 11, coming back from the bye, home against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 4-25. Eagles win this game 45-3.
I'm going to go Eagles, slightly more modest score line. Let's go Eagles 21-16.
21-16. Okay.
Slugfest.
Eagles win 27-12.
12, 21-16. Okay. Then comes home against Dallas. Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, this was at Dallas. I flipped the game before. The Cowboys game earlier was home. This is away. I apologize. There's a reason they call it the schedule. Your turn, EJ.
I'm going to go Cowboys 31, Eagles 21.
Ooh, okay.
And the question is going to be, can they win a shootout in the playoffs? That's what we're going to be talking about.
Fran?
I like the Eagles to win on Thanksgiving. Give me an Eagles win 27-21.
Okay. I also like the Eagles to win this game. Who's the Cowboys' backup quarterback?
That would be Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. Yeah, this is a Sam Howell game. Eagles win this game 26-6.
I'm embarrassed that I know that.
I wish it was Joe Milton. I like that guy.
Sorry.
He's there.
Eagles then go to Arizona, 4 o'clock, against a team that has everything to lose for. I'm going to go Eagles win this game 17-6.
I'll go Eagles 26-13.
Okay. Fran?
Eagles 21, Cardinals 23.
Wow.
They'd strip out. They've had ugly
A
moments out
shocker.
there, man. That's a tricky trip every year. Every time they make that trip.
Wow.
That's
I
when
mean,
they
he's
stub
not
their
going
toe.
chalk. I respect it.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
All right. Week 14 against the Indianapolis Colts, 1 o'clock. Steicho. I feel like the Colts are just very overrated. I think the Eagles win this game 29-18.
29-18. I'll go Eagles 24, Colts 19.
Okay.
Eagles 35, Colts 17. They come out big.
Nice. Week 15, Saturday, 5 o'clock. How do you feel about a 5 o'clock kickoff?
Saturday kickoff is
Not
okay.
different. Not that different than a 4:30
Yeah.
against the defending champion Super Bowl Seattle Seahawks. Your turn.
I apologize. I have Seahawks 23, Eagles 16.
Ooh.
I think I might have just done that, but it's fine.
No, you're 24-19.
Okay.
Fran?
Eagles 21, Seahawks 19.
Ooh. I have Eagles 12, Seahawks 6.
Really?
Eagles 5 straight wins coming out of the bye. Houston Texans week 16, Christmas Eve. Fran, how do you feel about a Christmas Eve game?
Not ideal. Not ideal. So 7-fish dinner. I mean, you know, that's put the kibosh on that.
Roger Goodell, tell me how my ass tastes.
Yeah. Like, I borrow your steel tipped boots.
Um,
I think I'm gonna go Texans. Texans 26, Eagles 24.
Oh, it's you. It's you.
I also have the Texans winning this game. Eagles fans, the Eagles decide not to show up. They just, we're good. We'll just take our loss here. Texans win 7-0, and they get handsome mugged by D'Amico.
I'm so mad because that was what I was gonna say. Texans 13, Eagles 3. Like just a ugly, weird energy game, kind of like that Black Friday game last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, I was disappointed, Bo, when you guys were talking Looper yesterday. That you didn't talk about the best best Eagles Looper reference?
My memory is gone.
Oh.
What am I?
Tamiko Ryans, his opening press conference, said thanks to Chip Kelly and thanks to Mr. Looper. Yeah, accidentally called Jeffrey Lurie Mr. Looper.
Oh no, that's tough. That's very.
I remember making the Mr. Looper jokes so much.
Yeah,
I love that so much, and I would have never remembered it was D'Amico. I cannot believe that it was D'Amico.
You like
it was
repressed
Tamiko
on
Ryans,
because you
yeah.
love him so
Thank you,
much.
Mr. Looper.
Thank you, Mr. Looper.
Mr. Looper.
I'm so glad you remember that, Fran. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Week 17 at San Francisco, Sunday Night Football. Who you got, EJ?
I'm going to go Eagles 24, 49ers 23. Close game.
Wow. All right. Fran.
I think the Eagles go out there and they handle business on this one. I think this is Eagles 31, 49ers 26.
Okay. I'm going to say the Eagles lose this game. Niners 28, Eagles 24. That brings us to week 18 against the New York Giants. EJ, at this point in the season, you have the Eagles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 and 5. Fran, you have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also 11 and 5. And I have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also 11 and 5.
Wow.
Well,
What a bunch of
what's going to happen in week
losers we
18?
have. What's going to happen in week 18? You get to go.
I'm going to pick a Giants win in
Wow.
week 18. Maybe the Eagles are resting their starters. Either way, I think they could split with at least 2 of the 3 of the NFC East teams. I'm going to take a Giants split here. So they end 11 and 6.
What's the score for the record?
21 18.
21-18. They get back up mugged.
Maybe maybe Jake Elliott misses a field goal to tie the game.
Fran, what do you got?
I think the Eagles have the division in hand here, but are
At
playing
11 and
for
5, already have the division in hand.
Yeah, I think they've got the East. But I think that they're playing for seeding here. So I don't think they're resting all their starters, and I think they handle business. They win on the road, just playing everybody in the first half, and they win 27-13.
Okay. I've got the Eagles winning this game. They are playing for the 2 seed, but it's not win and get it. It's they need a little bit of help, and they win the game, but end up, I don't know, the 3 seed, and they win this game 33-9.
I respect the creativity with your score predictions.
So, Fran and I have them 12 and 5. You've got them 11 and 6.
Yeah. So why do you hate the Eagles, EJ?
How's it feel?
So, EJ, you've got the coach fired after 2 weeks, and you've got them 11 and 5.
I don't have the coach fired.
What do we do?
4 weeks. You're asking me for
Okay.
a playoff prediction?
Now, let me ask this:
I was going to say.
if I had asked you before you saw the schedule how many wins you thought the Eagles were going to have in 26, what would you have said?
I probably would have said 11 or 12 wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Fran?
I'm probably like, if you had asked, I would have taken the under on 12.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Eagles might win 7 games,
Yeah.
but tonight they're 12 and 5, baby. 3 seed.
Or 11 and 6.
Yeah. Do we have any? Did they miss any super chats, Ethan? Was there one that we did not get to? Got them all.
Look at you. Best host in the city.
Thank you, Mr. Looper. I'm so glad you brought that back into my life, Fran.
I mean, I couldn't believe that you didn't remember it. It was right there.
You're
couldn't
memory
believe it.
mugging me.
I had to look up Mog. I made sure to do it during overtime to make sure it wasn't too inappropriate. It doesn't seem that inappropriate.
No.
Yeah.
Ethan, you're our resident Gen Z guy. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a Gen Z thing?
Is it whatever the new people are?
Whatever the new people are.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a fun
I
reference.
think I mostly used it correctly.
I think you did. I don't know.
All right.
Made up for our frames in the show.
Schedule. Yeah. This is the day to go on the record. Put your comments below the video. What is your prediction for the Eagles, the 2026 season? How excited are you?
Which games are you going to go to?
And where are you aiming on Santa with your snowball? Good stuff. It flew by. Good stuff.
It's a good schedule.
I had to do a little John Henderson to myself before the show today.
Oh, yeah?
Like really smack myself in the face with about 2 minutes to go before showtime because we had a game tonight. I had to leave early. And when I left, it was 2-2. I'm getting little updates. We're down 5-2 going into the last inning. How about the team?
Pulled it out.
2-out rally to win the game. Wow. I'm sitting here crying. I'm so proud of him.
See, now John Henderson.
I had to really go at John Henderson, like really get in the mood.
Yeah,
well,
I can attest.
The thing is, that John Henderson didn't smack himself. You would have to have EJ smack you.
I would have been happy to smack you too. I would have. I would have done it.
Really? I would have thought you would have taken it too easy.
No, I would have thought about my London Rex yesterday. Bang.
Yeah, go check out the Crown Juice.
Go check out those phone booths.
Let me tell you a little something. Go into the phone booth.
I watched it back. It was so funny. I was like so mad, but it was so funny.
Hey, don't forget about the tea and get the scones, all right? You get a little high tea, get some scones. It's going to be great. Joe Rockhead with the super chat under the wire. Did we make it through without Bo doing a French accent, even with the beret talk?
No, we didn't.
Not a chance. All right, good stuff, everybody. Hit the like button, please, and join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll be able to take a little bit of a step back, analyze what some of the other schedules around the league are, big picture thoughts on all of this. Thank you, Fran, for joining us on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line. Thank you, EJ. Thank you, Lindsay, for all the hard work that went in ahead of time. Thank you, Ben, for the social help. Jamie, everybody else. Thank you, EJ. That's all we got. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And as always, we love you.
We all silly like the mayor.